glad to have the believers with us today. As everyone knows at home, they actually reached out and asked us for our help. I'm curious for our viewers and just for out of our own curiosity, out of all the people out there chasing Sasquatch, why us?
Well, we watched your videos on YouTube. So man, maybe they can help us.
We were having some trouble, so we needed somebody to come and help us.
Yeah.
We are here. So I understand that there was something that happened, and you said it actually hit your house. Can you tell us about what happened on that night?
Go ahead.
There were multiple nights, but the one night we just got in bed and we heard something hit the house. It was so loud, so loud. I woke him up. It woke all of us up, really. It was really loud. There was a board outside that had been busted in half, and it slung one end to the house and the other end in the yard, and then it was a couple nights later that it actually hit the house, and when it hit the house, it shook the whole entire house. And we've still got the handprint on the other side of the house over there where it happened.
Yeah.
And it's hit the house on multiple occasions, it's not just once.
Rocks.
Thrown rocks at us.
Now, one thing I'm curious about is the night when it hit the house and it actually shook your house. Did you have that investigated?
We called the police.
Sure.
So
Yes.
it was so violent that you thought that there was really something bad going on.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
so tell us what the sheriff's department, what were their take on it?
They didn't know. There was a deputy that was two deputies that were here. One was a pretty good sized guy. He put his hand up there, and it was that much bigger. He said, I don't know what it is. Something with a handprint that big.
Yep.
Now, you were talking about it hitting the house or throwing things at the house. How often does that happen? And it's not normal for people to say they're having their house pelted all the time. So give us a little bit of insight on that.
I don't know that it happens on a regular basis.
It was real regular for a while.
For a little while, it was real regular. Then it kind of, waned off there. I don't know if it's just they've just gotten used to us or what it is. But at first, I felt like they were just trying to get rid of us. To be honest with you, I felt like they didn't really want us here.
One of my questions I want to ask the folks that we interview. Do you feel intimidated or were you scared of what their intent were?
Well, heck yeah.
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 That's the side I want everybody to understand. Everybody thinks, they're out here hunting this big, fuzzy, funny, smiley-looking creature that shares beef jerky with everybody. That's not the case. This is
not Harry and the Hendersons.
You are correct. You guys are literally having your lives altered by a creature of some sort that doesn't allow your family to rest.
Well, it was so regular, Dave, that I would go out here and make sure there was nothing in the yard it could throw at the house.
Wow. So you had to remove all the landmines to make sure it didn't have any ammunition.
Yeah, and we had a sand pile out by our building for a while there where the kids would take silverware and things out there and dig in the sand. And there was a butter knife that had been left out there apparently. Well, it picked that up and threw it at my daughter when she was out back on the back porch.
We're hoping to interview her here shortly. Since getting here tonight, we've learned that there was another member of the family that may not be with us again tonight. So in lieu of his absence, can you tell us what happened to him? What his account was on property?
She would probably be better to tell you. She was here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll let her account on that one. Have you ever had anything go missing? Livestock, animals, pets, anything of that nature?
We had a rabbit killed.
Had a cage, an open cage out there in the backyard, and
It
two.
It was tall fence like what we have out there now for our dogs and
horse fence.
Yeah.
So it's 5 foot cage fence for farm use.
Yep.
So
we found him down there.
So something picked it up out of a 4.5, 5 foot tall fence,
Yep.
and killed the rabbit and removed it promptly to the edge of your property.
Yes.
Not even to the edge. You didn't get that far with it before you had it. Whatever it was.
It was torn to pieces.
Yeah.
The big rabbit that was left in there was hiding after that. You couldn't get her to come out. She just would hide.
Wow.
Have any of y'all had a vocalization interaction with it or anything like that?
Well, we got that one on a recording recently.
Maybe I'll let you hear that.
Yeah, I'll have to let you hear
We're
that.
definitely going to want to hear that.
And that was about 2:00 in the morning. It woke my daughter and grandson up. We didn't hear it. We were sleeping, but it was on the recording, and we got it the next day so we could listen to it. So we'll have to get that to you.
You had mentioned earlier when we were getting set up for this evening, and as everybody can see, it's late. It was a minute to get here. Tell us about an incident with your dog. You were calling your dog in. It was at the edge of the property.
I get up pretty early in the morning, and I let her out, and I usually try to make sure she comes back in. And I whistled for her, and then something whistled back. I whistled for her again. Something whistled back. It was standing up in the woods, I don't know, 100, 150 yards.
Well, Taylor and myself both know that they will whistle. Okay, and one of the things I'm curious about after hearing that is two things. Do you think that it was just imitating the whistle to get your attention, or was it trying to get the dog to come to it instead of you?
I don't know. A lot of this early seemed to be targeted at the dog. She does not like it. And whenever it comes around, she does not let up barking.
Yeah.
One night, it pushed that back deck too.
Yeah.
Pushed on the back deck with the dog there. And, it pushed on so hard it hit the sill plate on the back door.
Gotcha.
And me and a couple other people tried to do that. We couldn't even move.
Toby and myself have tried to recreate something similar at our cabin, at our base camp, if you will, because we've had it hit our cabin at the base of the stud and shake the entire cabin. And Toby and I have both went out there and tried to push, pull, beat, kick, and try to make that same. It ain't happening. So the strength that we hear about from these creatures when we interview people, it never ceases to amaze me what these things are capable of. But even though that they clearly could destroy something, it's like they're playing with it.
Yeah.
They just want to see how far that they can push it before they can get an action out of somebody. One of the other things that I was thinking of and wanted to get your take on, I know that at some point it learned how to set your car alarm off. How did that go?
Yeah, it did.
Threw rocks at our car in the middle of the night and set the alarm off.
On the car.
Yeah, he went outside, and when he went back in, they threw another rock at the car again and set the alarm off again.
Well, before, what caused us to come back in was it was standing over there on that hillside, and it did a whoop, and that's when Arlene took off, and I thought, well,
I'm not staying out here.
staying out here. I got back in the house and no more than laid down, and it set it off again.
Now, without the risk of sounding hokey, I know you guys have seen our videos and you hear me whoop and all those wonderful things, and a lot of times, especially on the one with Goosebumps, everybody can clearly hear them yelling back at us. I love that video. But the whoop you heard, was it similar to anything we try to imitate, or can you kind of imitate it? Or, I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot and make you sound silly, but you know.
He can do that without help. It's a whoop.
So it is similar to what we imitate.
Does it go up and kind of come back down?
It can.
Okay.
Sometimes it's.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good.
So after that great take, I'm dying to see the location to where the thing whistled and he saw it take back off over the hill.
You know, we're going to investigate the handprint, the hitting of the house. He said it threw something at their car. Maybe it left a dent or a scratch. I don't know. We're going to go find out. And we still got to interview their daughter, Arlene, and get her take on some of her first-hand encounters, and I think that's going to be spectacular as well.
They come to us also, like, just moments ago. They were holding out on us a little bit.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Something amazing. So we're going to turn it back to them, and I'm getting the cult goosebumps, the famous David goosebumps, just sitting here thinking about it.
Yeah. Here's some new evidence that has just been presented to us, and just really side note, while we're sitting here videoing, you can hear dogs barking off over the right hand side of me. There's odors flying around. We are in cattle country, and there's chicken farms and stuff, and there could be manure floating through the air, who knows what, but there's something that is happening around us while we're filming right now. And so
There's more dogs.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but
I can't wait to start the night
I'm
investigation
telling you,
to get to that.
the what's going on with those dogs barking has got me all on fire.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more about that later. But we're going to check this evidence out.
Can you describe what y'all think this one is? So, first of all, before any of our believers and Squatch watchers think, y'all are not going to send this in, right, to try to get it proven.
No.
So we can touch this with our fingers, and because this is y'all. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So without the risk of finding our own human DNA on it, if we choose to try to do something with it, maybe we can prove or disprove.
Yeah.
But this is the first one we're going to look at right here. And y'all found this where?
On the other side of the tree line here.
About 50 yards from where we're sitting.
Okay.
You can.
All right. I'm gonna kind of peek on this a little bit, and then first thing I'm gonna do is I want to smell it. Okay. And so I'm going to put this on my hand here. Okay, there's not a real odor going on to it, but you can see this is almost like it's braided or matted or something.
A dread.
Yeah, it looks like a dread. Now, this right here, guys, I think that's just plant material, and I'm going to, it pulls apart very easily. I think that's just plant, so I can debunk that part of it. Now, this right here, and I hate to do this, but I'm going to just go ahead and pull it off of there, so everybody can see that on camera. And I'm going to, yeah, that's going to be plant material. If that were hair braided like that, I'm not going to be able to pull that apart, okay? So, but now, the neat thing is I want to tell everybody, this is absolutely worth saving. This is absolutely worth saving. What is this? Because we have found in our comings and goings through all of our adventures, things that we were sure were Sasquatch hair that turned out to be natural occurring plant material in the woods, and we have learned how to debunk our own material through these experiences. So if you guys are out and you want to save something because you just don't know, if you don't save it, nobody can debunk it.
Yeah.
If it can't be debunked, you may have the next big Sasquatch evidence that nobody knew about.
And just because it's not Sasquatch hair doesn't mean there's no Sasquatch activity around places.
Correct. This is just something that they're curious about, and I think we were able to answer this part of it. Now, out of my peripheral, what I see next may not be so easily debunked, but this I believe is plant material. There's absolutely no odor that's foul to this. It smells like, like something out of the lawn. So, okay, so I'm good with that one. Now, this one, can everybody see that?
Yeah.
I almost tell you what I think it is. Where was this found?
I don't know where they got that one.
I think that was right over here in these woods.
So it was,
Right over here.
but it was in the woods though.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody empty a vacuum cleaner out anywhere at the edge of the
Not in the
properties?
woods.
Okay, well, that's because this looks like a clump of hair, like a vacuum. I mean, because
It does. It's clumped.
That's what it reminds me of. So I mean, just in general, I want to know, I mean, I've took mine out to the curb before and rinsed mine out with the water hose and all the icky stuff out there. So, but this looks like a big wad of vacuumed up hair, if you will, to me. So now I'm gonna smell it. Now I know it's not vacuum cleaner dust. I want to make sure. Scared me. That was in the house. If y'all heard it on the camera.
So that's hair,
That's hair.
not pulling apart.
That is hair.
Because it almost looks like a cotton, but a cotton would come apart.
There's no doubt in my mind that that's not hair. Yes, we touched it. Yes, it is now contaminated. Yes, we know it's in a plastic bag, and that's the biggest no-no in the world, but we didn't do it.
We did.
Sorry.
Hey, we've got that. We've got
We
the
didn't know
same
any better.
mistakes.
We've done it before, and the experts have told. Okay.
Okay.
The experts have told us to put it in paper bags, and I would have never thunk that in a million years. But you know, I'm going to get a good nose of this. Okay. I don't smell any odor to it. Okay. Not saying that there is not, but I gotta know. Are y'all willing to let me take this and see if we can get it tested?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to put this back in the bag for now because it's already been in there and it is what it is. This is definitely hair. And then we will at some point this night, we're going to be in the woods hunting where this hair was found. It starts right in here and it goes all the way up to the fingertips are up in here.
Yep.
And I know that it's hard to see, and guys, we're sorry. I'm sorry it's nighttime. We drove a long way to get here, and we both worked today, so please forgive us. And we got events scheduled tomorrow. We don't know if we're going to be able to stay here all night. So you got to imagine how big this thing is. That is a huge handprint.
And you know it's Sasquatch handprint because a normal human handprint would not last that long because of why?
It's the oils off
Yeah.
of it. And here's my hand, okay, guys? I'm 6'3", and you know my hand's not gargantuan, but it's fairly big. It's nothing compared to this. And we're gonna try to move to the corner of the house, and I want to show them one more if we can. Can you pick up the one underneath that window right there?
Right there. Yep.
Yeah.
I found it with it. Yep.
This is where, now I want everybody to understand. Now, if I'm a model and I want to lean up against something and look, I'm down here and I'm leaning up and I'm going to look down this way.
Yep.
Now imagine how big this thing has to be to put its hand up here to look through that window. Again, I'm 6'3". If my hand's right here where I'm going to be looking with my head, I'm 6'3". This thing is a clear foot taller than I am, so it's at least 7'3", if not bigger. Okay, we're talking huge. I can't. So the handprints are real.
Yeah.
They're definitely there. We can see them. I hope it translates.
Yeah, you
good
can
on the
see it
film.
right here. If you point it out right there, you can see it.
Right in there.
To your left. Right there.
in there.
Yep.
We've lived here in Norwood, North Carolina for about 4 or 5 years, yeah. About 3.5 years ago, my ex-husband thought he saw a teenager up there walking across the path, and he went up there hollering at it, and he come running back, like scared for his life, and said, "That is not no teenager, that is something big." We've had several occasions when we've seen things that you can't really explain, you know. Bigfoot's not supposed to be real.
One time, my brother and my friend Sarah, we went down to the woods, and we got a little bit further, and I know that our grandpa and our grandma, sometimes our mom, tells us not to go past the creek because that's on our property, and we went past the creek anyways, because, you know, savages. And then whenever we got up there, like, we thought that we could see somebody, like a man up there. And me and my friend Sarah, we were trying to tell ourselves that it was just a person, but my brother was telling us that it was not a person and that it was Bigfoot. And I knew it was Bigfoot. And I was like, okay, it's a person, Sarah. Just chill. But, you know, we walked back home.
So you were in denial.
Yes.
There you go.
The first time I was out on the porch 3.5 years ago, things started happening at night, and I'm terrified of the dark, especially the woods. I can't see what's coming, but I was out on the porch smoking a cigarette and playing on my phone, and my cat was right here, and I heard this just god-awful scream. Never heard anything like that before in my life. Run in the house, and I was like, my cat! So I come back outside and get my cat, and I tell my mom and them about it, and that's when things started happening, like branches getting broke way up high, or our trailer has literally been rocked on the foundation. They was sitting in the house, and it's just, you know, something you don't hear. There's been handprints on the windows and stuff. We like to go for walks a lot on the weekends, and we'll walk down there. There's a dam, and there's a dirt road. If you go all the way down the dirt road, it's where the maintenance part of the dam is, and then you can cut off of the dirt road down, and it takes you to the porridge route of the dam, and then you climb up and go down the railroad tracks back to the dirt road. We just had a really bad feeling that day, and I just kept looking behind me, and I could hear things walking, and I kept telling the kids something's following us or watching us, because I just felt, you know, you have that sense. I turn around, she turns around, and about the time I turn around, I see this black head poke up way up high in the trees. I said, we gotta go. We gotta go now, because we're about half a mile away from the house. We got to go.
Wow.
It really freaked me out. It took us a while to go back for a walk. Now when I go for a walk, I'm with my boyfriend. I make a male go with us, because, you know, I'm tiny, and to them, you know, I'm a child.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, my friend and I heard something getting dragged through the field. Like we heard, it sounded like a cow, but we don't have no cows right here, so more like a deer. And I can call him, and he can do a voice conference. But we heard a thud, and then you just hear getting drugged behind the trees.
Okay. And your question is?
Like, do you know if whatever they are, do you know if they can, like, imitate other animals or people or something?
Yes.
Okay, so my brother, he was telling me, I think last month, I think it was, that he was out here with Mama, on the other porch. He said that he was playing with his little action figures while she was smoking on her phone, and he said that he could hear them imitating like a dog back there, but it was like a deep ruffy voice, and he said that he knew it wasn't a dog.
It's clearly not a dog. It's just one.
I've already heard that once tonight. See tonight. Yeah.
And then Roger and I was standing out here, and I guess there was two of them because it was two different Bellas. I say Bella's name a lot outside, our dog. And we're sitting there talking, just minding our business. I'm like, something's over there. I just feel it. And we heard, and I'm like, I gotta go in the house. I gotta go.
Game over.
Okay.
Right there. That's awesome.
We got to stop for a second. Mind is blown away.
It happened twice. There was a second one right here, a lower voice, and it goes, Ella. Gone. In the house I went.
Yeah.
You
We
hear
know
Bella?
they can talk. I know they've said my name. Yeah. I am thrilled as I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
You come in and woke me up and said it was throwing rocks at the house.
Yeah.
So, me and her standing out here on the porch. And we heard those dogs barking over there, the neighbor's dogs, which are, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile through the woods, half mile. And right after the dogs quit barking, she said, "Did you hear that?" I'm thinking, what? And at that time, right after she said that, I hear two rocks being clicked together. Now the dog was laying under the tree, and about that time we're, looking down that way. Them wood line, 130 yards from here, a rock came through that tree and landed right beside the dog.
Wow.
But remember that noise it made? It sounds like samurai chatter.
Holy cow. I'm sorry.
It's something you don't hardly ever hear. And when you
Yes.
hear it, you know it.
I've heard it outside the window right about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. There's two of them.
Yeah, it's weird talk.
That flashed me so hot. I mean, you talk about holy cow. Taylor, what was we talking about coming up the road?
Samurai chatter.
Samurai chatter. Oh my God, there is so much going on here. There's no way we're gonna get this in one time. There's just no way.
Yeah.
It's impossible. All right, so we're over here where you say it set the car alarm off.
Yeah, right there's the dent it put in it with the rock.
All right, I'm gonna come up a little close on that for you. Sure enough, there it is. It's a double dinger.
Did you find the actual rock?
I did not.
You did?
He's got the same rock over there in that driveway that I have.
Really?
And that's 100 yards.
The reason this one stuck out to me the most is because whenever the rock is what got me involved heavily in Sasquatch. So this is the story that really got me chimed in.
Gripped.
As soon as we got, whenever you told us about this, about rocks being thrown, you had me sold. And I think it's cool too because you had the rock thrown here, and then right there, whenever David turns around with the camera, I'll grab it from him. Isn't that the spot where the whistling happened?
Yes, over there in that wood line.
Let's see if we can get that view out through there. Yeah, so right there where the orange light is, in that wood line, just right down the side of it, you had the whistling.
Yeah, when I come out to let the dog back in that morning, it whistled back at me when I whistled for the dog. And that's also where it crashed up over the hill the night it was throwing the rocks.
I'm still stoked. Samurai chatter.
No samurai chatter.
I'm
that
telling
night.
you guys, I cannot get it out of my head. I don't know if that helps you guys in here or not. But samurai chatter, I cannot wait. So anyway, it's starting to rain, so we're going to move to our next location and see if we can't get something done before we get rained out. Heard that, right?
Okay, so we're already on location that Jim sent us to. They drove us out here. They didn't want to get out because it's raining, but we drove a couple hours. We got to get out and come in, and we're several hundred yards into the location right now of his daughter actually give the location, and where she's had a couple of her sightings, and within minutes of walking into here, we already caught a. What do you think that is, Dave?
That was clear movement. I mean, something definitely is moving over here. I don't want to cut this big light on it. They give us one of their lights to kind of help us see where we were going. I got goosebumps. Son of a man, I'm telling you honest truth. They is just. I wish we'd had the camera rolling. I don't know how to describe it. It's big movement. But it was from over in here. I had to cut my light on because I couldn't see.
Oh, I just stepped right into a mud patty.
Yeah, it's wet. I mean, it's serious wet.
Post.
You talking about Sasquatch reveal? This is it.
Yeah.
They could be hiding in them trees right there, and we wouldn't even know it.
No. With all the shrubbery on it and stuff.
Yeah, we wouldn't know nothing. You know, we get a lot of different variations of things, and people get excited when they're telling us what's happening. And did you hear anything?
It's fogging up because of this.
Yeah, I mean, it may be too wet for the camera.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
it's getting soaked.
well, put your head over it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just, I mean, we can put the camera up for now if you want to, but I'm just saying, you know, I mean, I'm always going to protect the first. I should have brought something for that. I didn't think about it. I had the perfect thing for it too in the car. I tell you what we're going to do, guys. We're for the sake of our equipment, we're going to stop filming for a little bit, and then Taylor and I are going to get a game plan together. Okay. We cut the camera off because it's raining. We don't want the camera to get ruined. Okay, guys. We cut the camera off, and Taylor and I both heard something. And I was trying to describe it. Taylor did it, perfectly mimicked it. And then Taylor looks back up this big long path we're on, and you can see this shadow at where we entered. That looks like it's watching us, and it moves off to the right, and it'll come back out like it's looking at us and back in. You know, we're a half mile off of the roadway now, easy, and so we're looking up a very long corridor here, and we can't make out anything other than we know that there's definitely a figure, and it's moving. And beyond that, I got goosebumps. I hope the camera got that. Something just got thrown at us, and there was a whine or a whimper behind Taylor.
What's that?
You heard that, right?
Yeah. I was getting camera blind. I was like,
Okay, here. Let me put that on you for a second.
no. I was just like, I was getting camera blind.
But still, I mean, something just got thrown.
Yeah, something hit right there.
Absolutely.
And whatever that was I heard it once before, but I didn't know if you heard it, and then it goes right after it.
I heard the one after it for sure.
Almost like a whistle.
One thing, I'm soaking wet.
Yeah, soaked. So we're making our way back to the car. Sorry, believers, I forgot the. I've got to cut this off because we don't want this thing to see the light. I forgot the FLIR in the car. We're on our way back to get it to go back to Jim's house, but we're seeing this figure. If there's anything, I'll cut it back on. Once we get to this location, we're seeing this thing with our eyes on the way up through here. I see it crouch, David sees it crouch. We're repeating each other. I get to where I turned the camera on, so I lose it whenever we're walking up through just a second ago when y'all see this. David, where did you see it?
I'm sorry, guys. I have so much running through my mind right now. We thought it was in the trailhead itself, but it was not. It was up here in the road. And with us going downhill, you can see up here. So it's out here, and it's pacing back and forth up here where we're parked. And as we're walking up, it moved off to our left, which is behind Taylor now. And we're soaking wet. The rain's picking up. I'm freaking out because I want to. There's no way we're going to get all this done in one night. There's no way. We're going to have to come back. And to be honest with you, we need our whole team. And we need Toby, and we definitely need Kate, I mean. So this would be a perfect time we could split off into 2 different groups.
Radios.
And yeah, radios, and really have an adventure.
There's 3 different trails.
So, yeah, so we're gonna
Get back to.
it's unreal. Yeah, we gotta get back to Jim's house. That's not a dog. Jim, I just want you to know that's not a dog.
You know what that almost sounds like? A farther off distance sound of what you have on video.
I don't hear no other dogs barking though. It's because that's dominant right there. Nobody's
Scared the hell out of
Yeah.
it.
And there's a dog mixed in with that one. Just for the sake of argument, do you know anybody that runs dogs around here? Okay.
I've never heard that before. That's a blow. Half a mile.
Yeah, it's about a half a mile away.
Hmm. I think it just turned around.
There's something but over here, and then there's something back over here. I hope that your camera's picking that noise up.
I doubt it. That's pretty faint.
This camera's been, we're amazed at what it's been picking up that we've never have been able to before. So I'm praying, Jesus, please let that happen.
Yeah.
Sounds like an overgrown coonhound, don't it?
Well,
The,
you know, if dogs were in a holler and they were 2 or 3 of them treating a coon, it could be. But I mean, I don't
Ain't
know.
nobody running coon dogs tonight.
Yeah, not in this kind of weather.
Mm-mm.
So, well, while that's going, I'll tell you, we were down there and we heard something really close to us. And it was, I don't know how to describe the sound. It was almost not a whistle, but maybe sort of something along those lines. And it got our attention pretty quick. And all of a sudden, it threw something right across over our heads and landed at the trail on us.
You were on him.
So, you know, so we give out a whoop, and then we didn't get any response. But we did hear movement again, and then all of a sudden Taylor goes, "Is that something up there at the head of the trail?"
The whistle too, and we got it on video.
Did you?
Yeah,
So,
there was a whistle.
yeah, hopefully it picked it
Yeah.
up. So we start looking up the trail, and you know how it is. It's night.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking at a shadowy figure over there in
Yeah.
the dark sky, if you will. And then I can barely kind of see something. All of a sudden, I see something. And then Taylor and I are bantering back and forth, describing what we're seeing, and we're both identical. And it's squatting down, it's standing up, it's moving to the right. And
Is it swaying on you?
Oh, it moved completely out of the
Just
trail,
start doing
and then
that?
it would come back
Yeah.
in, and it would move back out of the trail, and it would come back in. And so
Peekabooing.
Yeah.
we just decided we're going to walk back up towards the car, because we were a half mile down easy. I mean, we were a half mile from the car. So as we walk up, it starts moving to the left, and it just disappears. And so when we get up there, we realize it ain't in the trail, it's up there at the car. It's up there on the
Great.
gravel. So definitely had an encounter. What we encountered, I don't know. But I can tell you what we want to do. We want to come back. I got to get the whole crew with us. We want to set out, you know, one crew over there, one crew over here, you know, split up, vice versa, switch it back.
Turn that off. Let me tell you something.
It's not enough light. So where's the night vision out on the side right here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have to shine the light now.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
That's where we're fixing to go. This is our next hunt site. Oh, I'm in it.
Did that not sound right to you?
Oh, there's something over there.
There's
Oh. Okay. Right in here where my light is shining, my camera. Guys, there is a Sasquatch. There is no doubt in my mind that they're in there.
Just lagged like crazy.
I'm going to light it up now, okay? Just simply because we can't cross where we're at.
It picked that up, right?
Oh, it had to. I was running. There's a hole right there with water in it. Okay.
I always look for footprints when this water goes down, but I never see any.
Well, he's definitely over here.
Let's go on around the brush pile over here.
All right, I'm gonna follow. I'm following you. Kicking the pants is I got waterproof boots at home. Oh, sorry, brother.
Okay, you're good.
I remember the log. Well, let's get this up here like this for a second. I'm going to try to get back to a little bit of normal filming here.
The grandkids went across that crossing right up in
See where
there.
my light's shining?
Yeah, it's a posted sign.
Okay. All right.
And they've taken some trees out of here. This one. It's really more open than what we can see. So you don't think that was a hoot owl, huh?
No,
They do that all night.
that's not a hoot owl.
Okay, there's something heat signature behind you, Dave. Come here and look. And you look right there.
Oh, yes. All right, here we go.
It's rolling. So right there is a heat signature.
All
Now
right.
watch when I get Dave on here. See how bright he is up close?
It's a tree.
The one that way down there?
That
No.
right?
To the right.
Here.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's the heat off the tree.
Okay.
It's still warmer than the surroundings, but it is. That's what we're seeing right there. But you're right. It did show a heat signature,
Yeah.
and that's how we debunk our stuff. I mean, that's you got to figure it out. So
You can see where my property is. This is what I've been mowing.
right.
I don't own that side. You really think that's what that was?
But Jim, I can't be 100%. But look at where we're at, and think about. I mean, I've been around owls a time or two. Do you ever just hear them go once and done?
No.
All right.
Unless you walk up on it.
Well, I mean, we're pretty close on whatever it was.
But they're done in there every evening before dark. All damn night.
I had to pick it up on camera.
I
It's
would-
still rolling.
Oh yeah, I'm still videoing. We've got you ain't got long left on your SD card,
Really?
and our batteries is going to go dead here before long. But that's okay. Yeah.
I think that was a yell.
Here, let me give out a yell. Let's see what happens.
So the sound that we just heard when we gave chase to into here, Jim, can you give us this location of what y'all heard on this?
Yeah, we were down here one time and coming up through here, I'd mowed all this, and me and my wife, we were talking about like we are now, and all of a sudden it sounded like a chimpanzee. I mean, just, last thing you expect to hear here.
Yeah.
It's enough to make us leave.
Yeah. So that was the most extreme night as me as a Squatch Watcher member, like of all the evidence I've ever had. To me, Dave, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, these guys are right outside of Uwharrie National Forest. I'm getting goosebumps. Supposedly, Uwharrie is the hottest spot with activity in North Carolina.
It's one of.
I think they've got it beat.
Hold on to your butts is all I can say. It's coming. Just bear with us. And there's more coming after this. So.
Definitely
we're
wanna
coming
hear
back.
something, if not see something.
Yeah, we're coming back. Thank you for letting us come, all of y'all. Thank your daughter whenever you see her. She was great. I loved her stories. I had a great time, great night. Sorry we got here too late, but
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm going to
When
sleep.
they start their action anyways.
Dave,
I said I'm going to sleep. So it's all I can say is just hold on to your butts. It's just going to be phenomenal.
this is how you know and is serious about there's a Sasquatch sighting, Sasquatch activity on a property, because he has a trip light every 10 feet around his house. We're walking around and it's like as soon as we walk around, boom, 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 all the way around.
everywhere.
I just want to show y'all this. David, go ahead and walk in front of that one. See, bam.
Trip line.
Wait.